Coming up on JagNewsNetwork, Gregori hosts the first Challenge Athletes competition. Dance production takes part in the MJC Jam and Jive, and soccer plays under the Lampier lights for the first time. Also, Sabrina Sardella brings you what's happening. Ronaldo Hernandez reports from the JNN Sports Box, and John Franzia shares his thoughts on Twitter. All of this and more on JNN.
Good morning, Jaguars. I'm Tommy Tran.
And I'm Anaisa Medina. We'd like to welcome you to the first JNN of the year.
It's been 139 days since we last brought you JNN. We've got a new staff powering this webcast, a new school year to report, and a new student body out there.
The Challenge Athletes competition was held in our gym for the very first time, Thursday, September 26th. JNN reporters Melissa Miranda and Matthew Martinez filed this report.
The 34th Annual Challenge Athletes Competition was held in the gym last Thursday where our pals and others from Modesto City schools competed to win the Challenge Athletes Trophy. The competition had a total of 9 events, with every athlete participating for their school. We spoke with Terry Holman about how the Challenge Athlete Competition came to Gregori.
Well, Mr. Springer came 2 years ago and watched the event at Johansson. And he liked the way it was run and how it went, and so he said, how do we get it at our school? So we just talked to the adaptive PE teacher at Bayer and said, hey, we want to host an event, and we have a big enough gym. So they said, sure, and we just scheduled it and got it going.
We hold it at all the different high schools. We have three meets in the fall, and so we hold them at different schools. We organized it into just a Modesto City Schools event, so it had more meaning because they used to go and compete against teams from Sonora and Merced, and Gregori beat Merced. What does that mean?
Oh, it's awesome for the pals because they get to see the student athletes try and participate in something that's really challenging, difficult for them.
This is a huge event. Michael, do you like this event? Is it fun? Yeah? Yeah. I know before Michael was getting all pumped up and he just loves the experience, and it's just like a football game for us. This is what that is for them, and it's just great.
In the end, our Jacks took home the trophy and remained undefeated for the 4th year in a row. This has been Melissa Miranda, Matthew Martinez, and Rebecca Speakman reporting for JNN.
The Ping Pong Club is a new club on campus with more than 40 members. The team is under the works of creating a winter intramural league, so if you're interested, meetings are hosted upstairs in the L building during lunch on Mondays. Gregori will be offering the ASVAB test on campus next Friday to interested students. The ASVAB is an interest inventory used by the military, but test takers can also use the results to track occupational skills and to help determine the best career direction. If you're interested, see Mr. Steves or Mrs. Duffy in the N building. Gregori Dance joined local schools and dance companies last week in the Jam and Jive performance at MJC. Sabrina Sardello and John Franzia were there and followed this report.
Last Thursday, dance production performed in Jam and Jive at Modesto Junior College. The group's dance was choreographed to the Jackson 5.
We got to pick any artist that used to be on American Bandstand, and I love everything Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Jackson 5. So anytime I get the opportunity to use their music, that's what I go for. And for the choreography, I just tried to make it a tribute to Jackson 5 and how they used to dance when they performed.
I think it went really good. I'm really proud of us girls. We all pulled through together, and it was an amazing show.
Perone moved to Gregori after teaching several years at Johansson. Jam and Jive was the first opportunity for the girls to perform under their new teacher.
Came in not knowing anybody. I like how the show was kind of the first thing we did together.
Being able able to bring ourselves out in front of everybody else is a good thing too. You know, we get to show other schools, meet new people, and then we get to perform outside of just Gregori.
Well, the Jam and Jive was created by Lori Burney, and she originally started the dance programs in Modesto at all the high schools. So she just wanted a program that brought all the schools together. I came back because I love it. I love the Jam and Jive too.
This has been Sabrina Sordello with John Francia reporting for JNN.
3 senior announcements coming your way, so let's count them down. The deadline for yearbook senior ads is quickly approaching. Order forms are available on the Gregori website or from Miss Alvarado in C215. Seniors applying to private schools. Be sure your common application and Naviance emails match for activation. And your final senior announcement. CSU and UC application period is now open. Seniors have until November 30th to apply. Check out the frequently asked questions packet in the Career Center and see Mrs. Argain in the C building with any additional questions. Now it's time to find out what's happening with Sabrina Sordello.
Hey Gregori, I'm Sabrina Sordello, and this is what's happening. Say goodbye to up and coming. From here on out, we celebrate homecoming. We hope to welcome the class of 2013, that's last year's graduates, at Lanphier Stadium for the homecoming game, October 18th. Powder Puff plays at Lanphier on Wednesday the 16th at 7 p.m., so be sure to support your junior and senior girls and witness a promising halftime show by the boys. A side note to any clubs interested in selling food and other items at Powder Puff, you need to submit your fundraiser forms by the 10th. Homecoming week is right around the corner, beginning the 14th. Here's some more information if you want to get involved. Homecoming work days begin this weekend, so see your class president for more information. Juniors meet today at lunch in C100. Seniors also meet today at lunch in K105. Let's take a look at examples for the upcoming dress-up days. Monday the 14th is Tacky Tourist Day, so be sure it's alright with your dad to borrow his favorite Hawaiian shirt. Tuesday is Disney Day. It's going to be a whole new world at Gregori. Wednesday is ESPN Day, to get our players and cheerleaders in the zone for the Powder Puff game that night. Thursday is 80s Day, so it's any way you want it. And of course, Friday night is Spirit Day to prepare for the big game against Davis. I'm Sabrina Sordello, and that's what's happening.
History teacher John Souza is organizing a trip to Washington, D.C. for Gregori students interested in exploring our nation's capital. There are 10 spots available, so see Mr. Souza in C200 for information. The last chance to purchase a brick on Jaguar Run this year is October 15th. Make your name a part of Gregori High School before the end of the year. Proceeds go directly to the Renaissance Fund. Let's check in with Ronaldo Hernandez from the JNN Sports Box.
What's up, Gregori? This is Ronaldo Hernandez coming to you from the JNN Sports Box. Boys varsity football beat Morehead last Friday night and claimed the first Cat Fight trophy. Jags were down 19-0 at halftime, but went on to score 22 unanswered points in the second half. JNN's own Hunter Hayes documents the game on JagNews.net, so check it out next time you go online. Boys varsity soccer is currently undefeated in league play. JNN's Anaisa Medina and Kenny Ham were at the home opener that was played under the stadium lights. Here's their report.
The undefeated boys soccer team played Bayer High School last Tuesday night. We spoke with Coach Duell on the strengths and the weaknesses of his team.
First game of the season. We didn't have a very good practice yesterday. I think also they play Bayer. They play a bunch of players, a bunch of kids that they know really well, and so sometimes they don't focus on the job as much as they focus on the other players.
In the first half, it took the Jaguars 4 attempts to get a score on the board. Captain David Gutierrez took charge for his teammates, scoring the first goal before the half ended. From there, the Jaguars gained momentum, finishing the game 5-1.
I think at the end of the 80 minutes, I think was very good. We got off to a slow start. We let Bayer be a little bit physical with us, and that's not the kind of team we are. We're a team that moves the ball, and it took us until the beginning of the second half to do that.
This has been Kenny Hem with Anaisa Medina, reporting for JNN.
Girls volleyball team is living up to the expectations this year. They're currently 18-2 for the year and undefeated in league. According to Max Preps, our Lady Jags are currently ranked 39th in the state. JNN's Raquel Houlihan has been following the team this season and recently posted a story to JagNews.net, so don't miss it. That's it for the recap this week. Here's a list of upcoming games. Football plays at Downey tonight. Girls golf tees off against Bayer at Muni on Monday. Boys soccer has a bye on Tuesday and competes at Bayer on Thursday. Girls tennis goes to Davis on Tuesday to play the Lady Spartans, while girls volleyball will host Downey on Tuesday at home. Girls water polo travels to Downey on Tuesday to play the home team. Lastly, if you plan on trying out for boys basketball and missed the meeting 2 weeks ago, see Coach Vandermolen ASAP. I'm Ronaldo Hernandez, signing off from JNN Sports Box.
And now, a new JNN segment from John Franzia.
Twitter. Have you ever noticed Twitter is full of creative usernames? I myself am new to Twitter. I've found a few at our school that are just gripping. Some just roll right off the tongue. Say this one with me. @BooBooDrew. BooBooDrew. What about this one? @ColinWallen. Get it? I'm not too sure how I feel about this one. @MakeItNasty. Nasty. I noticed some students' postings are just so expressive. Some advice from one user. OMG, your tongue. Put it back in your mouth. Gross. How wonderful. Some users keep me at the edge of my seat with their Twitter feed. For example, I forgot my chemistry book. OMFG. OMFG. I am so dumb. Now I can't do anything. And then, is there a chemistry book online, or is that just not possible? Can you feel the suspense? Someone, answer me. And then finally, does anybody know the chemistry online password thing? What a way with words. I hope she found her password thing. What about some of the short poems on Twitter? Here's one. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Can you feel the emotion in there? I know I do. But I myself am new to Twitter. This has been @JohnFranzia_JNN. Thanks for sharing.
Well, that's it for JNN this week. JNN is a part of the JAG News Network.
Check out individual video reports and stories from JNN and our school newspaper at jagnews.net. I'm Anaisa Medina.
And I'm Tommy Tran. See you next time.